It's your girl Arisza, and I'm back with a quick video. And this video is about why I chose to become an entrepreneur. So most people who started their business or have been in business for themselves know that entrepreneurship is not for the faint at heart. It is probably one of the most challenging things that I have done, but also one of the most rewarding things. However, everyone's experience is totally different. So I wanted to take a few moments just to kind of talk to you about some of the reasons why I enjoy entrepreneurship and why I keep going, even when things become challenging. So first and foremost, entrepreneurship gives me a sense of empowerment. Yes, I feel empowered. It's one of those things that I realize as an owner, I have complete autonomy, complete control over my career path, over my decisions, and I'm able to make sure that it aligns with my personal and professional values. That is something that I stand by 100%. If I don't share any other reason why I became an entrepreneur, that is definitely hands down the number one reason. So let me go back a little bit. I worked for an agency for about 15 years before I branched off and started my own private practice, for those of you who don't know my story. And I worked for this company from the bottom to the top. I was a community-based counselor. Then I became a mentor for other people who started the position. Then I became a part-time supervisor where I saw clients but still helped and managed people on a part-time basis. Then I became a full-time supervisor where I was supervising people, but I still saw clients on a very small basis. And then after becoming a supervisor, then I became an assistant site director where I was over the site. I wasn't completely in control, but I was right underneath the main person. And then I became the director. So clearly this is an example of having an upward mobility in my trajectory as it became to my job. And when I look back on it, I'm truly grateful because I learned so much from working that agency. So yes, 15 years is a long time. And every now and then I kick myself in the butt and say, why did you stay there that long? You could have been started your own business. But I'm truly grateful for staying there because it gave me a lot of knowledge. It gave me skills of managing people, communicating with people, a lot of soft skills that you need to be successful when it comes to starting your practice. So, and starting a business in general. So if you're a person and you're thinking about starting a business, ask yourself, do you have those soft skills? Do you know how to manage people? Do you know how to communicate effectively? Are you really good at your written and oral skills? You know, have you had to present in front of a group of people before? Have you had to market in any aspect? Working at this job allowed me the opportunity to do all those things, but under someone else's tutelage. So I didn't just do this on my own. It was someone else that was there to guide me, support me, and help me along the way. So I like to look at this place of employment as like the practicum or an internship, or maybe it was on-site coaching. Whatever it was, it gave me the tools to be very successful today. So for that, I'm appreciative. But getting back to why starting my own business and becoming an entrepreneur has been so empowering to me is because although I worked for that agency for 15 years, there were a lot of things that they did and a lot of things that they required that I necessarily didn't agree with. And as you know, when you work with someone else, it doesn't really matter what you think. It doesn't really matter what you want because you are a part of the business in a way that can be replaced. They could have easily replaced me. They could have went out, found someone else. They probably wouldn't have been as great as your girl. However, they could have done that. They could have found someone and said, hey, she's no longer a good fit. Let's replace Arisza with blah, blah, blah. And I would have had to go out and figure out some things on my own. So I know that reason a lot of people choose to stay in agencies, in businesses where their values don't align with the company's. You know, how they want to grow personally and professionally does not align. However, as I shared in another video, working a 9-to-5 gives you that safety net, that security. You know, no matter what, you're going to get paid. So a lot of people won't buck the system. They won't tell their employer they don't agree, they don't want to do this because they fear being let go. That kind of goes to my other video, fear or fair. You know, I did a little video. Please check it out in the video section. But getting back on track, these are some things that you want to keep in mind. When you're working for an agency or you're working for yourself, do your personal and professional values align with that person that is in control? And for me, having my own business now, I'm able to check in with my team. They give me feedback on things they would like to see differently, things that they feel like we should do more of. Sometimes their feedback that kind of, as a business owner, you're like, we're not doing that, or I don't agree. However, it doesn't come out that way. I want everyone to be heard. I want everyone to be, their thoughts, their opinions to be taken in consideration. Because sometimes there are things that can really help you go from here to here. So listening to other people and hearing their feedback can be very instrumental in your business. So those are the things you want to be mindful of when you're growing your business. But again, why I went into entrepreneurship, let me get back on track. Of course, it's because of the empowerment, but also about the innovation and impact. I am able to impact people on a whole nother level that I would have not have been able to do if I stayed within the agency, because the agency already had a idea or script of what they wanted me to do and how they wanted me to follow it. But when you have your own business, you're able to be innovative in a way that you can use some of those skills that you learn from other people and other agencies and tie them in with some things that you've been thinking about and make it do what it do. And that is what I do as an entrepreneur. I've taken bits and pieces of other businesses and helping other businesses grow and excel. And I've been able to see what has worked and what has not worked to help me be a better business owner. So these are the things that I want you to consider. If you go into business for yourself, be mindful. You'll be empowered to do so. A lot of that is self-empowerment. You won't have a lot of people around you that might be motivating you and helping you in certain areas, but you can get that self-development and continue to grow in a way that you will be empowered to be the best version of yourself. So that is something you want to be mindful of. In addition to that, I shared about the innovation and the impact. Must talk about this. Since being a business owner, I have been able to be so impactful to those that want to grow and learn under me. I have had interns, I've had part-time employees, full-time employees, independent contractors. I've tried it all. And what I can honestly say is that when they leave me or my agency, they're better in some shape, form, or fashion. And that is the impact that I want to have. Yes, they might have realized that doing outpatient or doing something that they were doing under the business wasn't for them. However, they're able to take a skill set that they've learned and better themselves moving forward. I have had people who have done outpatient with me and decided, hey, this is just not for me. However, they've been mentored or supervised by me in other capacities that they've been able to use those skills to better themselves and move on in another capacity. So as a business owner, I think it's very, very important to have impact. You must be impactful with those around you, those in your business, those in your community, whatever it may be. And last but not least is building a legacy. When I started my own business, I didn't just do this for me. I have 3 children, 2 that are in college currently. 1 graduates this year and one's going into her sophomore year. So she has a few more years to go. And then I have a young son that's 13. And I realized although none of them might want to be a social worker, none of them might want to provide counseling, therapy, or become a psychologist or mental health nurse practitioner or anything that can help me on that level as it comes to my business. However, I want to leave a legacy that if they decide I want to take over this business or I want to continue to expand or grow, they have the skills and they have the tools to be able to do it. I want to be able to provide them the financial freedom to not have to stay at a company or an agency for 15 years and not be happy because they have the ability to move forward or the courage to move forward and know that they can do something differently. So these are the things that I want to leave for you guys. I want you to leave for you guys to know and also to understand why I personally chose to go into business for myself. And when we think about legacy, maybe none of them will go into the field of social work, psychology, counseling, or something of that nature. However, I have people in my agency, in my job, that they don't do that type of work. They're administrators. They are maybe checking billing, checking notes. They're customer care. They're calling clients back. They're scheduling. I have some that maybe one of them will be an accountant and can keep the books. So I don't have to have another outside book keeping company. Maybe someone will decide they're going to be an editor or a marketer, or maybe they're going to write blogs. It doesn't matter what your business is. There's so many different roles outside of your role that is imperative and important to have your business grow. So when you're thinking about a business, think about first being empowered in your entrepreneurship. Think about the importance of being innovative and having impact. And last but not least, building a legacy. These are the reasons that I went into private practice and decided to be an entrepreneur. I'm really curious to hear, what are your reasons? Leave them in the comment section. Again, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. You have an amazing day, and remember to do so on purpose. Be blessed.